peace, was good. Welcome to the hip hop album review. This is part 73. The album that we'll be reviewing today is Havoc's second album, Hidden Files, released in 2009. Havoc is a producer slash MC from Queensbridge, New York. He's one half of Mobb Deep, legendary hip hop group from New York City. Legendary hip hop group in general. Very influential, definitely for their lyrics, especially for their sound, you know, provided by Havoc, you know what I mean? Put out classic albums like Juvenile Hell. I don't care what nobody says. I think Juvenile Hell is a dope album, very slept on. The infamous Hell on Earth, which is like my all-time favorite hip-hop album from them. Pretty much the first 4 albums are my favorite albums from Mobb Deep, but I'll get into that another day. Put out Murder Music, Hell on Earth, like I said before, the infamy, America's Nightmare, America's Nightmare, the Free Agents album, which was like more of a mixtape. America's Nightmare, they put out Blood Money, and they just recently put out the infamous Mobb Deep that came out this year, I think back in April, which I do have. I caught the copy. Alright, but anyways, enough of that. Havoc, he has put out 3 albums as of today. He has put out the Kush album, this album, and 13. I do have the Kush album. I don't have 13. I definitely need to get my hands on that album. But get into this album, Hidden Files. This was released in 2009, like I said before. How this album came about, I was reading an interview on I'll post down a link in the description about how this album came about. Was that the record label he was under at the time, Kush Records, I mean, it's not Kush, Koch, I'm sorry, I'm just confusing that shit with his first album. Was that, you know, Koch gave him some bread, so gave him some advance money, but, you know, Havoc had spent it all. And, you know, Koch was pretty much pressuring to put out an album. Either you drop an album, or you get dropped, or some shit like that. Just paraphrasing was what I read the other day. And Havoc, you know, he's just like, I guess he had songs like, you know, stashed that he hasn't used yet, and he just put in, you know, he just just put them together, and it just made it, and it's how this album came about. So it was just based on song. It was just song was just pressured by the record label for him to put out. So he just put songs that he had in the cutting room floor and just put them into this album. That's what makes this album. That's what made this album Hidden Files. All right, 14 tracks. Production is done by Havoc. Havoc does all the beats. Features on the album are Cassidy, Ricky Blaze. I don't know who Ricky Blaze is. Cassidy, Prodigy, and Big Noid. Alright, he kept it in-house as far as like features, except for Cassidy and Ricky Blaze. Alright, there is a single of this album, Heart of the Grind, which there is a video for. I'll post that down in the description box. Man, what can I say about this album, man? In a nutshell, I didn't like this album at all. This was not a good album. This was very weak. This was probably his weakest album in his collection, in his whole discography, in my opinion. Mainly because of the production and his lyrics. I don't know. He's just like, he gotten lazy. To me, I think he's gotten lazy over the years. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. That's just my opinion. It just, I don't know. It just didn't really grab me like that. Although I do like, there's 5 songs I do like off this album out of the 14. But those 4 songs, I don't know. It just didn't really. It couldn't really save the album. You know what I mean? The 4 songs I'm talking about. I mean 5 songs. Excuse me. I'm talking about are Can't Get Touched, Heart of the Grind, That's My Word. No, My Life, That's My Word. No, I'm sorry. Can't Get Touched, My Life, Walk With Me, On a Mission, and I think I Clap 'Em Up, which I believe was like the other song that I like too. But the rest of the songs are kind of like, I don't know, the beats were way too repetitive for me, in my opinion. I don't know, like the beats just, they're not the traditional Havoc that I like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't know, it's just, I didn't care for this album too much. Like, you could tell that this album was rushed. Like I said before, you know, it was just songs that he just put together, just on some like last minute shit. And you could kind of tell with this album, it didn't really flow well. It just was kind of all over the place. You know what I mean? I just very disappointed. I'm a big Mobb Deep fan, and I want to say something else too. You can be a fan of somebody, but you don't have to like everything they put out. All right, you can speak your mind. Cause I'm tired of fucking hip hop fans saying, "Oh, you know, you're not a real fan because you don't like such and such album." No, if the shit is not good, you know, I'm not gonna like it. You know, just cause you pour shit on pancake, syrup on pancake, just cause you put shit on I can't even say it. Just because you put syrup on shit doesn't make it pancakes. It's still shit. It's just fucking pancake flavored shit. That's it. It's not pancakes, yo. And you know what I'm saying? This album, I just didn't really care for this album too much, man. It's just very disappointed, man. It's just like I said, it just felt more like a mixtape album more than an album. It just didn't really have that. I don't know. It just wasn't good. Did not like this album. Very. Oh my god, this is very disappointing. It hurts me because I'm a Havoc fan, you know what I mean? But it just proves to me that he can't really carry an album by himself. Like, he needs Prodigy. Anytime he's with Prodigy, he shines. And in my opinion, I feel like he was better back in the 90s, lyrics-wise and production-wise. Nowadays, he's kind of hit and miss for me, you know what I mean? He's kind of delving into what's popping now, but with his own twist, if that makes sense. He still carries the Mobb Deep vibe, but it's kind of like trying to keep up with today's sound, I guess, if that makes sense. I don't know, it just didn't really like this album, man. It's just very disappointing. I like Blood Money better than this album, and Blood Money I didn't really care for too much either. I don't have that album in my collection. I have to pick that up. Someday I'll pick it up when I see it for a cheaper price. But yeah, that's my synopsis of this album. The only songs I guess I like was Can't Get Touched, I Clap 'Em Up, That's My Word, Walk With Me, and On The Mission featuring Prodigy. The rest were kind of these songs should have stayed hidden. Perfect title for this album, Hidden File. It should have stayed hidden. And even Havoc himself said it wasn't a good album. So I don't know. So I'm not being, you know, I'm not trying to be mean or anything, but this was not a good album. This is my opinion. That's it. I said the only way to cop this album is if you're like a Mobb Deep fan. If you want to complete like the Mobb Deep discography, including solo albums, then yes, I would pick this up. But I wouldn't be in the rush to pick this up. But like I said, I believe this album was actually out of print, but you can get it for cheap. But yeah, that's it, man. Havoc Hidden Files by Havoc, released in 2009. Pick it up if you find a copy. And that's it, man. Stay tuned for more reviews, alright? Peace.